Seacrons in here, and I know what that means. Yep, hydrate. Ow. How are we doing today? I'm guessing doing good since you're spamming all the toggles. Yes, yes. I actually coded it properly this time. StreamerBot should be working. Oh, Prodigy's here. Ooh, hello, Prodigy. How are you doing today? Okay, so now that the Halloween season is over, November has begun. And do you all know what that means? That's right. It's time for some more shiny hunting in Legends EA. And today, I'm going to do something more interesting. The redeem for choosing a shiny hunt. One second. The redeem for picking a shiny hunt is going to... Hold on. One second. The shiny redeem is now going to be every minute and no limit. Houndoom? We're not doing Houndoom. Choose something else. I've already got Houndoom. It's going to be something new. That's the important part. It has to be a new hunt. At the moment, there is Umbreon and Bunnelby, although Umbreon's going to be sidelined for a bit because I want to do some other zones. Tita. Damn. You're really going for the hardest ones, huh? Alright. I've also got, hold on. Switch layouts, a big idea. I've also got a new getup going on, trying to resemble like an anime Gyaru. So hairstyle, barrette, even got some of those fancy earrings. So, first will be Bunnelby, and I don't know where... I think Zone 5 might be the best place to do Bunnelby. This is what Perfect wanted to do. Bunnelby, and then we'll do Tyranitar afterwards. Tyranitar will be fun! Because we'll have to do the respawn method. Okay. So, Bunnelby can spawn in Zone 5. I think there's up to 2 Bunnelby spawns. And I also got a few more shinies off screen. Proven by the Starmie that's on the latest shiny board. Okay. Okay. So yeah, the way I'm gonna do shiny hunting for a good chunk of this month, I'm just gonna have that shiny redeem basically be free, well not really free, but more open for a lot more of the stream. But once there's too much of a queue, then I'll disable it temporarily just so I can catch up. The Umbreon is still technically on the queue, but I do want to try and do other things besides just Zone 19, which is why I'm doing Bunnelby right now. So after Bunnelby and Tyranitar, I will go for Umbreon again. And I think, depending on where it spawns in, I might be able to get it relatively quickly. Unless I phase in another Kangaskhan or Furfrou. Now also, I have my turbo controller down here. So, if you wish for me to do a fossil hunt, then I'll gladly do it. Although they'll have to be mixed into one single hunt, because I need to restore all 60 fossils at once. I haven't done Umbreon yet. No, not yet. I didn't want to get burned out of doing Zone 19, so I've been doing other stuff in the meantime. So, after Bunnelby and Tyranitar, I will do Umbreon. I'll make sure I've got that on my notepad sorted. Okay. Let me just double check. So, one was Bunnelby. 2, Tyranitar. Oh, slash Larvitar. And then 3, Umbreon. Slash Eevee. But nothing before yet. Let's check behind me. I always want to check anything behind me, just in case. Yeah, because I want that Froakie to be shiny, because I do want another one of those. I also, I double-checked at the Rust Syndicate office. There is, in fact, a person there at the reception desk that does reset EVs. See, I have, made some of my Pokemon competitively viable now. Only 3 of my Pokemon because I need more money. And to get all of the vitamins I needed a total of 1,090,000 Pokédollars. And it's gonna cost like maybe a couple 100,000 more just to get the remaining mints I need. But hopefully this team should be good to go by the time Season 2 of Ranked starts. Well, kinda, yeah. Because it costs about 125k to get 25 EV vitamin bottles. And you need 50 to max things out, and the rest can be done with feathers. If you can't do it with feathers, then a couple more bottles. So it's roughly a minimum of 250k per Pokemon. Luckily, I already had some vitamins, so I was able to shave down some of the costs. Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure most have noticed already, but I've changed up my avatar's appearance a bit, like my VTuber avatar. The Eevee outfit is going into retirement, at least until next Halloween. Although, then again, I might have something new by next Halloween. Hopefully by next Halloween I have my own model. Fingers crossed. You got more British? Crazy. I mean, yeah, I got the poppy. Because, early November in Britain is Remembrance Day. So, why not have the poppy? I mean, when it comes to late November, I'll switch over to something turkey-related for Thanksgiving, even though we don't celebrate Thanksgiving. It's still an interesting thing to have, like, aesthetically. Alright, let me just check the Pokemon. Barbarical, no. Alright, let me check Bunnelby. Oh, got an Alpha Venipede. Is there any Bunnelby? No. I mean, I could go to Zone 1. Yeah, you know, I'll try Zone 1. So I'm just gonna run through and then teleport. only 2 Bunnelby here. And I've got to run all the way through. I mean, I could do Zone 17 and just try and go for Diggersby straight away. Because I do also want Chespin. And that spawns in the same area. I mean, if I do that, I can save evolution candies. Yep, see, there we go. Diggersby. And another Pokemon I do need to get in this area is Skarmory. But there's like a runaway method you can use. Going like teleport to Cafe Cyclone. And then running up and down the bridge. Like this bridge here. And then you can quickly respawn in Skarmory multiple times. It saves having to worry about all the Pyro murdering you. I think those Pyro are why people don't like this zone. Just because they're so aggressive and they all have Earth power. So they're unbelievably deadly. Oh, I should probably show them the latest shinies I got. Where is it? Okay, I got a Roserade. So I got a Budew in Zone 2, and that just became my Roserade, even though I still believe that Roserade is a feminine Pokemon, but can't really do much about it. I'll just have to get a second one. I got Starmie in the same zone. What else? Something else. It was over here. Ah, here we go. I also got a Heliolisk, so Zone 14 is completely done. Unless I, for some reason, want to go for a living shiny Dex. Because then I would need another Onyx and another Helioptile. But I got more shinies. So, whatever my next shiny will be, hopefully a Bunnelby, will be my 60th shiny. And also, it seems like there's going to be a new Team Showdown event happening in December. From the 11th to the 14th of December, it looks like. And it's going to be a Wild Zone Showdown. So, I'll probably be participating in it. The last one I participated in was the Poke Radar Showdown, and I was... Oh, I got PTSD from that. I'm never doing Poke Radar again. I don't know how people believe that's the best shiny hunting method. Because it's trauma-inducing. Just because the chain keeps breaking and you can't do anything about it. And there's just as much difficulty in all the games. Because in Gen 6 and Gen 4, the patches don't continuously shake, so you could miss things. And in Gen 8, they stay, but there's a higher chance of the chains breaking. I'm just glad I'm never going to have to do that stupid shiny hunting method ever again. If I want a shiny Spender, I'll go to Oras and get it. Since that's the only Pokemon from BDSP that's basically exclusive to there. Hopefully, we get another Pokemon game on the Switch that has Spinda. Because without Pokemon Bank or Pokemon Go, Spinda is inaccessible on the Switch. Diggersby, Diggersby, Diggersby. See, I remember what method I need to do for the Larvitar. I need to go to Zone 15, knock all of them out at once with an Earthquake, wait 1 minute 57 seconds, save, keep saving until like the moment before they respawn, and they just keep letting them respawn. Hello, Perfect. Hello. I'm currently shiny hunting your Bunnelby, or rather Diggersby at the moment, because I think this is like the best place to hunt it, just because it's almost guaranteed you get 3 Diggersby at once. Finally completed the game. Hey, nice! How'd you find the climax of the story? Grinding with a shiny charm. Good luck. Good luck with the grind. It was amazing. Mm-hmm. I saw an interesting theory as to why Zygarde suddenly has like all these extra forms. The part of the theory is that the first weapon firing 3,000 years ago also caused the darkest day in Galar, and so the Zygarde cells adopted the complete form as a form of Gigantamax. And then during the Ultra Beast crisis, more of them came around and basically allowed Zygarde to use Annihilate, which is like a Z move, like the Burn the Sky. And then, of course, it has the Mega Evolution. So the theory is that it's basically all those mechanics built into one. Which makes sense since the Zygarde cells can be all around the world, as shown in the anime. Seven resets? Oh, okay. 1, 2, and we're not going to check the upper half because these respawns don't affect the upper half. 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, hello, Chucky. And 7. Oh, excuse me. Alright. Let's see if we get anything. I don't think we got anything. Nope. Perfect's magic is gone. What happened to Perfect's magic? It ceased ever since the first 2 encounters. Like, ever since the first 2 predictions, his magic has just ceased. Oh yeah, so the way I'm doing things today, the Decide the Shiny Hunt redeem has had a bunch of its restrictions lifted, so now it can be redeemed once a minute, an infinite amount of times. And there is currently a queue of 3 Pokemon. Bunnelby, Tyranitar slash Larvitar, Umbreon slash Eevee, and once it hits, I think, a queue of 5, I'll disable the toggle temporarily until I clear that queue. If its magic was too strong, so it had to be debuffed. Literally! Oh yeah, a bit gassy. Got a bit of cola. It's different when it's in a glass, but for some reason it feels different than it usually is. See, this area, I've not found a single shiny. But there are still 3 I need to get. Espeon. Okay. Add that to the list. Okay then. So Bunnelby, Larvitar, Umbreon, and Espeon. Okay. So that's on the queue now. Once there's one more redeem, I'll disable the... Once there's one more on the queue, I'll disable the redeem temporarily until I can hunt everything down. I know one that's going to be extremely difficult to hunt down. Getting a Glade. Although, I did see an interesting glitch that seems to be going on with Zone 20. It seems people are figuring out how to get 6 alphas to spawn at once. Which is mental, but I kind of want to try it. I feel like I should try it at least once before it gets patched out, because there's no doubt it would definitely get patched out in the next update. By the way, well, not the next update, but the next major update. And since the alphas could be basically any fully evolved Pokemon that isn't a trade item Pokemon, or legendary, there's loads of options. It could be any of the evolutions, any of the pseudo-legendaries. There's a lot of options. So I'm probably going to consider trying to pull off the glitch. It's going to make finding a female Sylveon way easier. I mean, possibly. Oh, now more people are here. What is it? How do people like my new fit? Well, the outfit's mostly the same, but I've added different shoes. But it's mostly like the head that's changed. I'm trying to resemble more like an anime Gyaru. That's like what I was trying to aim for. And I thought, why not add the barrette as well? So like blonde hair with the pink highlights, purple eyes, lipstick, and some crazy earrings. I thought that would work out. And honestly, the normal outfit I have now... Let me zoom out. The outfit I've got, I think I prefer this kind of outfit. And until we get something else, I might just stick with this outfit choice from now on. Although the head may occasionally change if I want to like alter my character a bit. So the Zoroark outfit is gone because that was literally a one-time thing for Halloween. Oh yeah, also I got my shifts for December. It seems like my stream schedule might shift around just a tiny bit. Well, I hope not, but it seems like, well, at the very least, my work schedule seems shifting around. I'm doing my first Saturday. I hope they add more Mega Bracelet designs. I mean, to be honest, why wouldn't they? Like, with the amount of options that are in the games, like, the NPCs get such cool ones, and yet we're stuck with a generic bracelet. Why not a pendant? An earring? Heck, go the Cynthia route. A lipstick balm. Or do the Karina route, have it in the glove. Maybe Mega Dimension will do that. Give us more options to store our Keystone. Maybe a headband. Maybe in a hat. There's just so many options they could do for a unique Keystone outfit design. But we're always stuck with a generic bracelet. Or why not do the Zinnia route and have an anklet? I mean, I guess I kind of get why they're doing it, because they'd have to do loads more animations. But it's not really that difficult. It's just a basic animation that can fit 2 different character designs. Those are good. Oh, a couple of legendaries. Ooh, nice. Alright, let's do a check. Still nothing. I can't believe this is the only way to hunt the chestspin. This is a pain. If only chestspin had a guaranteed spawn like the other Carlos starters. I feel like legendaries have boosted catch rates. I mean, to be honest, the Carlos legendaries don't exactly have low catch rates. I think since Generation 4, legendaries have had relatively high catch rates. Yeah, because Reshiram and Zekrom also had really high catch rates. Solgaleo and Lunala had good catch rates. And Xerneas and Yveltal was catch rates. Zygarde battle was so hard. Yep. And the only reason Zygarde had a really good catch rate in this game, because it's a guaranteed capture. I think I caught mine in a Dusk Ball. Since it was a guaranteed catch, I decided to try and go for the best looking ball. And since Zygarde has those three main colours, black, grey, green and red, it made sense to put the Dusk Ball in it, or put it in the Dusk Ball. Okay. No way. We got... That'd be perfect! Ah! Ah! Yeah, that was a good timing. That was a good one. That was a good one. That was perfectly timed. You little shit! Ah! Well, I decided to have that one on. I waited so long for that. I shouldn't be mad because I'm the one who put it there for that exact reason. But I wasn't looking at OBS, so I didn't realize that was the redeem. Okay. I can see the moment the despair set in. Yeah. Okay, so now I'm thinking about how I'm gonna have a V2 model. I need to obviously find an affordable maker. And obviously it's gonna take a few months worth of paychecks. So it'll probably still be a long time before I actually have a model. I think starting with this month's paycheck, I'm actually going to try and start saving up for that model. Because I've seen how pricey they can get. I don't want to spend too much money on it, because that would be a lot. The prices that these VTuber models can get to these days goes into the thousands. Like, huh? I don't understand. Personally, even as a VTuber, I don't understand why it can cost so much damn money. It's just so expensive. So basically what I need to do is find an affordable one. But that's not also not a scam. I need to find reasonable prices, because going into the 4 digits for a VTuber model, that's a bit much for me. Because there was someone I was hoping to get a commission for my chibi model eventually, but 3k just for the base model is a bit much for me at the moment. Maybe one day, but nowhere near my price range these days. At most, maybe a couple hundred, but I don't think I'd be spending that many more than that on a VTuber model. Ugh. Yeah, I could do the bench method here if I wanted to, but doing this method is a lot faster. And the bench method here is only really necessary if you want to do AFK overnight. At this point, I wouldn't be surprised if I actually did have to do that. And thankfully, I don't have to get up too early tomorrow. I do have to leave at like 8 o'clock though. So I'll probably try and do an AFK hunt while I'm at work tomorrow. Maybe one that'll actually work. So I might try the bench method. I just need to make sure I don't miss the benches constantly. Oh dear. That's becoming on, isn't it? Okay, now that I think, maybe doing Diggersby here, maybe won't be the best idea. So the best place Spalby can spawn: Zone 5, Zone 17, Zone 1. Maybe if I go like a few more resets without anything, maybe we could like decide which zone to hunt in. I mean, at the very least, this one does seem the most efficient, just because it can almost guarantee 3 Diggersby spawns. With Zone 5, it can barely guarantee 1, and with Zone 1, it can guarantee 2, but it takes a while to encounter them. Wait! That was an actual shiny sparkle! That was a real one! Wait, did we get a shiny Diggersby? No, did we get a shiny Alpha Diggersby? Oh my goodness gracious, we got a shiny Alpha Diggersby! Anything in this one? No? Alright, we're done. Done. We're leaving. Out. A shiny Alpha Diggersby. Alright, no, it's the shinies I need to sort out later. Came back just in time for that. Look at this gal! Would look at that? Shiny Alpha Diggersby. Alright. Let's have a look at my checklist. Where does Diggersby go? Right after Talonflame. Ugh. There we go. I'll worry about Chespin another day. Okay, so now we have to do Larvitar. Alrighty then. So I'll save the game again. I'll get Excadrill in my party. Oh, I should probably update my list. This needs to say 60 now. An Alpha Shiny Diggersby. Right, Carlos. Diggersby. There we go. Alright. I've got 3 boxes worth of extra shinies. What is this game? Right, Excadrill, you will help me out. Okay, so now, Larvitar. So we need to go to Zone 15. Go to Cafe Kizuna. I mean, if we're lucky, maybe we could get a shiny before the resets have to start. So Excadrill will help me knock them all out at once. While I'm up here, I'll check the Hawlucha. But I still want that epic verb. Not shiny, but one day I'll get it. One day. Alright, here's the Larvitar. Okay, looks like we've got 3 of them. Okay. Alright. So, now I need to get a timer for 1 minute 57 seconds. And... Alrighty then. So once I get to 157, I'll save. And then we'll see how long it takes before I can get the shiny Larvitar. Up to 3 spawns. Since each one takes about 2 minutes to respawn. 117 seconds, which does also equal up to 1 minute 57 seconds. Once this timer is up, I'll save my game. And occasionally I'll readjust the save points, just so that it spawns in much faster. Oh dear. Right, 1 minute to go. So this will be a reset hunt. Essentially, it's soft resetting. So once the Pokemon spawns back in, we should have saved right before they spawn in. So then we reset. If there is no shiny, then we wait the hopefully half a second before they spawn back in. So once the timer's up, then I'll save, and hopefully I can get a couple more sneaky saves in there so we can save a bit of time with each reset. Yeah, the reason this is faster than going for the ones that are on the rooftops, mainly because they spawns 3 at once. So it's 3 times more likely to find the shiny. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Oh! Yes, 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 yes. Okay. Okay. So yeah, I'll have to add in a few more save points. That way, it'll be a bit more efficient. I might also move back a little bit so I can see more of the location. Yep, and they should sparkle as soon as they spawn in. Imagine how lucky I'd be if all 3 spawned in as a shiny. I would just instantly complete the family just as is. Okay, I think I might have gotten the perfect save point there. So they should spawn in like a second after I log in. Or boot up the game. Oh! We got it! We got it already! We got it! Get here! No! No, 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 no! We already got it! I feel like you would implode if that happened. What? Get in the ball! That was so fast! I think, was that like 2 resets? Boom! It looks so good. I can't. That was so quick. That took like no time at all. Oh, Aquatic Iron's here. You came at the perfect time. I just got a shiny Larvitar like seconds ago. Look at this boy. Oh, look at this gal even. That took like 3 resets. Alright. Let's evolve it into a Pupitar. I might need to do some leveling up, because level 55 I'm pretty sure. I don't know if I've got enough candies for it, but I'll give it a try. Yep, purple Pupitar. Learns Iron Defense. Let's see the Pupitar out. I still can't believe how quickly that shined. I set up the hunt like a couple of minutes ago, literally. Okay, do I have enough medium candies? Yeah, might just barely have enough. So 10 gave me 4 level, I'll do 20. Okay, yeah, I should have enough candies. 5 of them. Okay, I'll try 10 next time. Oh, perfect! Perfect amount. Alright, let's evolve it into a Tyranitar. Oh, Aquatic Iron with 3-stream streak. Nice. And let's see this Pupitar evolve into Tyranitar. Aquatic Iron. You're gonna time that to trick me. I mean, I guess in this case, it's very suitable because if you just did get Mega Tyranitar, regular Tyranitar. But I can Mega Evolve it. Tyranitarite. Where is it? Tyranitarite. There it is. Look at this Tyranitar. I can't believe it shines so damn quickly. Right, are we ready for it to Mega Evolve? Everyone ready for a Mega Shiny Tyranitar? Oh, you can even see the scales! Oh, that looks so good! I still can't believe it shines so quickly. All of that effort before, and it took hours and I never got it. And then this one, it takes me like 3 minutes. Alright, let's update the list again. 61. And the latest shiny, Mega Tyranitar. Oh, look at that. Alright, now to see where Tyranitar goes on the list. So I guess now we're just going to be... Aquatic Iron, we're doing Pokemon that I have not obtained yet, unfortunately. So you're going to have to change your decision. Because I already have a shiny Vivian. It has to be a Pokemon I don't have as a shiny yet. Yeah. Don't worry. You just say what other Pokemon you want in mind. What do you have? Okay, so Talonflame, Diggersby, Vivian, Beedrill, Pidgeot, Emperor, Spotshock, Roserade, Gyarados, Starmie, Florges, Gogoat, male Meowstic, both male and female Pyroars, Garboda, Dedenne, Raichu, Ariados, Arbok, Alakazam, Gengar, Scolipede, Aegislash, Victory Bell, all 3 of the Simimonkeys, Metacham, Houndoom, Audino, Sylveon, Lopunny, Banette, Vanilluxe, Camerupt, Excadrill, Crocodile, Machamp, Mawile, Lucario, Slowbro, Slowking, Sharpedo, Furfrou, Clawitzer, Goodra, Glalie, Frostlass, Emolga, Noivern, Klefki, Steelix, Aggron, Heliolisk, Gourgeist, Phalanx, Salamence, Kangaskhan, Tyranitar, and Metagross. Gotta look at the regional Pokemon available. Okay. And I need to see where Tyranitar goes. I assume it's near the end. Tyranitar is right after Gourgeist. That still took like no time at all. I expected that shiny to take forever to show up. But now, I guess we're going to be focused on Eevee for a little bit. I think there will have to be a gap between Umbreon and Espeon, just because there'll need to be some time for the Eevee to respawn. So something will have to be between Umbreon and Espeon. So I think, Aquatic Iron, whatever your pick will be, that will go between Umbreon and Espeon. I know it's a queue, but we need the time for the respawn time. Because we can't just hunt them back to back, because no Eevee will show up. Amora. Oh, okay. So basically, all the fossils at once, because I have 20 of all the fossils, and I think it would be easier just to have the turbo do all 60 of them at once. So we could try going for all the fossils. Right, notepad. Oh, so 2 Amora fossil resets, and then Espeon. Alright. Yep, so luckily for you, where are they? Yep, I have 20 of each of the fossils. So it's going to be 20 Jewel fossils, 20 Sail fossils, 20 Old Amber. So we're going to see 20 Tyrant, 20 Amora, 20 Aerodactyl. And out of all the resets I've done, I've only seen one Alpha. Right, Zone 19, and we're not doing Drampa. For once, I don't really want to worry about Drampa at the moment. Right, there we go. Now wait for that Furfrou to despawn. Okay. So, now for the fun of actually trying to shiny hunt for an Eevee. By the way, Oh, are you hunting? How old is the player character in this game? At the moment, we have no idea, so we just go with ageless. But based on physical appearances, they look. Yeah, I don't think they're child characters for once. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure in X and Y the player characters are late teenagers, so minimum 18. Some of the few games that actually have adult player characters. I assume they're young adults. But at the end of the day, it's fiction, so what does it matter? Just like the idea of playing as an adult. I mean, to be honest, I'm surprised that the Pokemon Company haven't gotten that idea through their heads yet, that the majority of Pokemon fans these days are actually adults. Legends Arceus protagonist Ray and Akari, that's probably one of the few games that gives us a direct age. I mean, Sun and Moon also gave us a direct age. Yeah, there was a few confirmed ages. I feel like lately they've actually been trying to make the characters more grown up. I think mostly because of the fan base, because the majority of them are grown ups now too. So it makes more sense to have playable adult characters. Going for Eevee? Yep. Currently, the hunt is for Umbreon. Then it will be the fossils, and then Espeon. Well, not all the fossils at once, just one of the fossils. I'll hunt with you. Okay, okay. I don't know how well Eevee works with this. I assume Eevee can just be done by resetting the warp zones, because it can spawn that close. Legends EA was confirmed. Yeah, so Legends EA confirmed the ages, being 15. Sun and Moon confirmed the ages, which were 11, which... Yeah, I don't get it. I think... Oh yeah, I think the Black and White protagonists had confirmed ages as well. I think in Black and White 1 it was 14, and Black and White 2 it was 16. I think that's all I remember. I'm pretty sure there are probably more confirmed ages. Those are the ones I remember off the top of my head. And I'm pretty sure the XY protagonists are also 18. Which would definitely mean they would more than definitely be adults in this game if they were here. I don't know why we're discussing this. It's all fiction. What the hell does it matter? Ugh. It matters to me for lore and writing purposes. I mean, in that case, yeah. I mean, the thing that confuses me in the Pokemon world, why are 10-year-olds basically allowed to travel the world all on their own rather than be in school? Like, that's the logic that doesn't make sense in the Pokemon world. It's only the preschoolers that go to school in these games. Personally, I hope that Pokemon Company and Game Freak decide at some point, let us decide the age of our characters. Pokemon games were originally designed to emulate the experience of summer break bug hunting. I mean, yeah, that makes sense. But aren't kids who would do that be younger than 10? Like, wouldn't they be like 5 or 6? I don't know. I never experienced that. But what I hope for in like Generation 10 onwards, if the designs of the characters be further altered so we can decide our character's age. In Japan, the younger kids would like that would have been in daycare. Would they? I mean, from what I've seen in Japan, they'll entrust their toddler, well, not really toddler, like 3 or 4 year old, to run a shopping errand for them. Or at least sometime in the past. I don't know about nowadays, because it's a lot more dangerous nowadays. But I know for sure that in the past they've definitely done that. Pretty sure I even saw like a documentary of it somewhere. But you can't leave them alone all day. Yeah, 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 yeah. 10 you can know where to go for help. Yep. If only more kids were taught like that nowadays. The problem with children these days is that they don't have real parents. The parents force a tablet onto their child and don't actually teach them how the world works. And so they're mentally behind with when they're age, and then they can't actually get along with the world because they're not been taught properly. That's the problem with a lot of parents these days. They don't actually be a parent. No kids, we're going to teach them how properly. Exactly. I'm probably never going to have kids because I do not trust the safety of the world these days. And plus, I don't even have a partner. I'm not even being able to have a partner for longer than a month. I've had bad luck. Wish they had it where we could jump to this game like it's fine. That would be fun. Maybe in Generation 10, maybe they'll figure out a way to do that again. I just hope like Generation 10 goes to the next level with character customization and allows us like to change our character's body type. So like, I mean, they're not going to worry about like, like, I'm trying to think what would be good examples of body type. I guess athletic, generic, petite. Petite being like the shorter versions, the ones we have these days. Default how our ZA avatars are like athletic. For I mean, I probably would go for like the athletic ones. So I'm saying how I want character customization to be like in Gen 10, like upping the level of character customization so we can further decide what our character looks like. So changing the body type. Because I feel like that could be the next level of customization. Then our character would more truly be like our own. So then we could just be an adult character whenever we want. We don't have to worry about the not a big fan of character customization aspect. I mean, it's not for everybody, but there are definitely a lot of people who will spend hours in the character customizer, like before they even play the game. I'm someone who's done that. If I'm being honest, in a game called Baldur's Gate 3, I spent more time in the character customizer than I have playing the actual game. I'm not even kidding. I think we should go back to having secret races. I mean, that would be interesting. I feel like if we had another game in Hoenn, I think they'd probably do that. It'd be good to choose an outfit. I mean, that would be cool. Having a few selections of default outfits than one basic default outfit, depending on the gender. Yeah, that'd be cool. So it'd be the male default outfit, the female default outfit, an extra for each, and then one, I guess, neutral outfit. One that would look good on both genders. Oh, perfect. Perfect. I forgot to answer you. When are we checking? How about in 1 minute? Yeah, so once it's 1:06 on the stream, then we'll check. Clothes change depending on the season. I mean, that would probably be a bit complicated for them. The only thing we should choose is character, race, and gender. I mean, yeah, that makes sense, but I would still love to see the next level of character customization. I mean, obviously they're not going to go to the levels of customization that games like Cyberpunk or BG3 have, because that'd be way too in detail for a Pokemon game, because they would never do that, but at the very least, let us decide, like, character heights. Like, if they don't want to worry about body types, then just do, like, the height. Like, that would be the most basic way to do different body types. Just change the character's height. Oh, I just realized. Are we checking now? Yep, we are checking now. Okay, well, Eevee didn't shine. And because I was doing these kinds of resets, I don't think many Pokemon got caught up with it. Yeah, I don't think I would have gotten anything. Because normally I'd run through the whole area. But in this case, it's literally just resetting. Like a really basic area. Let me see how far I can go. So about 50 meters, I think. But honestly, that's still a pretty decent length. So if we look to where the pin is, that's how far the resets can go. So the resets can go pretty far. I think Eevee can spawn in all those locations, so I do think the resets will always affect Eevee. Might go grind for the shiny jump. Good luck. Gotta do a lot of CA Royales to do that. Oh, jeez. Tickling my throat. Oh, yeah. Probably because I had pizza with chili bits on it. I don't really... Weirdly enough, I don't actually care much for pizza that has spiciness on it. To me, pizza is one of those foods I don't really like spicy. It's the kind of food I like to have just no spice at all. Because I think of a cheese pizza. That's really... And pepperoni's not spicy, so before we consider that. Level 41? Okay. You've got quite a bit to do then. I think it was like catching 50 Pokemon of each type. I think Trade Evolutions was also one of them. Yeah, one of the requests is to complete 5 Trade Evolutions. I think just like getting some Kadabra, because though they have a really low evolution level, getting some of those and just need battles and Pokedex. Battles, Pokedex, and catching. Okay. I wonder how much of this Pokedex I'll be able to complete before the DLC launches. I mean, from what I've heard, the DLC is going to launch at the end of February. I don't know if that's the actual release date or the placeholder date, because a lot of times placeholder release dates are normally at the end of a month. So it's very possible that it might not even release in February. It could release earlier than that. I mean, personally, it wouldn't surprise me if maybe it was a January release. Because I feel like they wouldn't release the DLC yet, like this year, mainly because Christmas. Quite a few people might get the game around Christmas. So they'll need the time to be able to play the game before the DLC goes live. So, I mean, February still makes sense. I don't know about on the 28th, but in February still makes a lot of sense. But then again, Pokemon Day's on the 27th, so it could still be a placeholder date, but at the same time, it's also a realistic release date. Because if they show gameplay on Pokemon Day, and then the release date's the next day, that would make a lot of sense. So obviously, with the new Mega Evolutions, new Pokemon to catch, hopefully new ways to shiny hunt. I also hope there's new clothing options, because despite the amount of clothing options we have, I feel like we're still kind of limited. Because some of the NPCs still have way better clothing. What else was I going to say? Oh yeah, new ways to have our Megastone. New ways to store our Keystone. At the moment, we're always limited to a bracelet. Like, no matter what game we have with Mega Evolution, it's either a bracelet or just the Keystone. Like, the NPCs get better options than us. Like, a glove, a pendant, an earring, a notebook pad, or like a bookmark, a lipstick, an anchor, glasses. Like, there's so many cool options they could have to store the Keystone. And yet, it's only the NPCs that ever allowed them. Like, even in this game. Like, Gwen has a hat. Canary has, I think she has a pendant. Ivor has a glove. There's a few characters that have it on their as a tag on their shirt. There's just so many cool options they could do. I really hope in a DLC focused on Mega Evolution that they give us new ways to hold our keystones. I mean, one thing that would be cool is if we could decorate our Pokemon with their Megastone, like in the anime. Because that would it would make our Pokemon look more unique. I mean, sure, it would basically display their held item, but that could be negated in online. But it would make our Pokemon look more personalized. Like, for example, the Gardevoir from the Poketoon. She has basically a hair clip to store her Megastone. Like, there's so much potential that these customizations could have. Alright, so I think we'll do our next check in about a minute. So once it hits 1:15 on the stream, then we'll check again for an EV. Hopefully I do get an EV, because at least I know that EV can spawn within 50 meters of the zone. Because the pin... yeah. We're definitely good to go in that department, because I'm pretty sure EV does spawn in all those zones, so... I'm getting a bit worried, because I've not actually heard EV in a little bit. I mean, unless it's a shiny and a little bit far in the distance. I mean, I wouldn't mind that. If I can get a shiny Eevee now, that would speed things up. I mean, I've already got 2 shinies today. Was it 2 shinies today? Yeah, it was 2 shinies. I got the Diggersby and the Tyranitar. Most like Tyranitar was basically cooperative. Alright, let's check. Oh, the Eevee wasn't shiny. I'll still check the area. Oh, it's changing time. Okay. I guess it's an extra check then. I need to get one of those as a shiny. Go away, Kangaskhan. When does stock reset on Shiny Redeem? What? When does stock reset on the Shiny Redeem? Also, I think Eevee only shows up during the day, so... Nope. The Channel Redeem? Well, I've not disabled it. At the moment, a queue is at 3, and I said I'd disable it when the queue is at 5. So, 2 more, and then I'll disable it temporarily. Alright, I think while I look for Eevee, I might try... Should I go for Drampa? No. I'm not going for Drampa today. I mean, unless someone wants me to go for Drampa. I'd probably use the same method I used for Larvitar. Knock it out, wait for like 59 seconds. You know, I think I'll just knock out this Kangaskhan. Knock out the Kangaskhan. Knock out the Furfrou. This way, let's double hunt, go for Eevee and Drampa. Do you really want me to do that? I mean, I can try. But it will return to an Eevee-only hunt once Drampa stops spawning in. Because the priority is Eevee. The Drampa can also spawn in Zone 20 as an alpha spawn, but there's like over 60 Pokemon that can spawn in there, so it's not efficient to do Drampa in Zone 20. You hunt Eevee and occasionally check Drampa. But the thing is, with the way I'm doing things, by the time I eventually do a check, Drampa will have despawned completely for the day. So it's best to do it like this if I'm going for both of them. Because doing the entry resets, it's too far away to affect the Drampa, so we have to walk toward it to be able to check it. I mean, from what I heard, there's like a runaway method near the Garbodor, but I have no idea how efficient that is. So after I got all the evolutions and Drampa, then after that would just be Clefairy I need to get. Yeah, this evolution right now will, when it shines, it will become an Umbreon. As per Crimson's request. And then I'll go for the fossils, and I'll try and go for at least one fossil to get shiny. And then going for Espeon, so another Eevee. By then, hopefully, by then, another Eevee will have spawned in. And I'm guessing you do want me to hunt Drampa? Right? Because if you truly do want me to hunt down Drampa, I'll have to put it on the 4th priority list. Because obviously Umbreon, Fossil, and Espeon are top 3 at the moment. I wouldn't mind getting a Drampa early. Because this is one of the harder Pokemon to shiny hunt. If it wasn't limited to how long I can spawn in for, it wouldn't be that tricky. Oh, I should probably also mention that tonight's stream isn't going to be as long as the previous couple were. I'm definitely not going to go 4 hours long. Maybe 2.5 to 3 hours. Just because I've got work tomorrow and I need to be able to at least get some kind of sleep. And I'm really thinking about, should I do it in that order, or should I just have them on the priority list? Because I've already gotten 1 Eevee. Obviously, I still need to get like 7 more. Or I could go for the Alphas. I could try the 6 Alpha method. It'll be really complicated to set up. Maybe I will try and get it set up. Maybe I could try it out next week. Yeah, I might try out the 6 Alpha method next week. Probably do it on stream. I'll get it all set up off stream. And then... Although I could try and set it up on stream, but once it's all set up, then we could hunt down 6 Alpha Pokemon at the same time. That'd be interesting. So normally you can only go for 2 Alpha Pokemon under Prism Tower, but with manipulation of how the game's spawners work, you can hunt for 6 at a time. And doing AFK would be getting up to 6 shiny Alpha Pokemon. And if I can somehow get a shiny Garchomp that way, that would save me having to hunt for Gibble. The grind for the shiny. Yeah, it's a lot more grindy than it used to be. I feel like that's just going to be the common theme for the Legends games. That you have to actually work to get your shiny charm. Unlike in other games where you can just... well, have a completed Pokédex. And also Drampa's not spawning anymore, so... we're going to go back to hunting Eevee normally. Ugh. Right, before that, I'm going to get myself another cola. Ugh. Oh, my pillow fell on the floor. Oh, damn it. Alright, let's crack this one up. Oh, crack it open. Who decided to make it this hard? People at Game Freak. I feel like it's just a challenge within Legends exclusively. Because in the normal Pokemon games, you just have to complete the Pokédex. But it seems like it's a theme with Legends. You must do extra effort to get the shiny charm. But in return, it's easier to shiny hunt without the charm, so... it's kind of evened out. Phone's overheating to it. Oh, okay, gotcha. Don't want that phone to burn up. How is your phone overheating already? Damn! We'll come back later. Gotcha. You don't want that phone so hot I will start cooking your meal for you. Okay, so now Drampa is not spawning anymore for the day, so we focus solely on Eevee. And I'll do resets until we hit 1 hour 30. So after Eevee, then the fossils. I wonder how long I'm going to be stuck in the fossil. I'm going to get a self-destruct Garboda and use it on game. No, don't do that. Don't do that. I just wonder what Gen 10 will be like, because now they're not going to be limited by Switch 1 anymore. They'll have a bit more free reign of how the games will look. And personally, I don't care too much about visualness, because if the game is still fun on its own, I don't care if it's bad looking. Because I'm not one of those people who only cares about graphical, like, visuals. I care about gameplay. If the graphical visuals have to be downgraded a little bit to compensate for gameplay, so be it. That's just what Pokemon does. That's why they were so late into getting to the 3D sections, or like 3D era. I bet some people wish we were still in 2D. I really hope eventually we do get like an HD 2D remake game. Because we've already seen those games can look really good. But I'm pretty sure it would have to be a remake and not a new game. Because so far our styles for remakes, we got Let's Go. Then we have the Faithful Chibi from BDSP. And I guess technically Legends Arceus, because that is in a way a remake, but at the same time Legends are not remake games. I just hope all of the remakes we get from now on are actually top quality. Because hopefully they will learn from BDSP and how terribly they managed that game. Because if they really did want to go the Faithful route, why couldn't they have done the Oras route? Like, it could have been the Oras route, or it could have been the Platinum Oras route. It should have been like a fusion of Platinum and Oras. The story of Platinum with the quality of life improvements of Oras. That's what it should have been. And obviously, actual care put into the Pokemon's models. Like, what's the point in having following Pokemon if they can't even follow you? If they can't even keep up while you're at walking speed, what's the point? Like, Heart Gold, Soul Silver, and Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee did following Pokemon perfectly, and yet every game since Let's Go has failed to do it. Totally failed. But even in this game, following Pokemon isn't perfect. Yes, some Pokemon can follow you, but they're normally only good for like picture taking, because they can't really follow you. Because sometimes they're either too slow or too fast. Ugh. Okay, last reset, and I'm gonna do a quick check. Hopefully Eevee is a cream coloured. Nope. I don't even want to check any of the other Pokemon. I only want to check Eevee. I mean, yeah, I wouldn't mind another shiny Furfrou so I can get all the trims, but I'm not focusing on a shiny living form dex. Like I kind of did that for Scarlet and Violet, but I'm not going those levels this time. Like, only form changes will be if it's a gender variant. Or unless the Pokemon's easy to obtain, then maybe I'll go for alternate forms completely, like with Rotom. But if Rotom does end up making it to the game, I'll probably only do its base form. I mean, a similar scenario for Tatsugiri, I'll just go with whatever shiny I get first, preferably the one that becomes white, because that's the best looking shiny in my opinion for Tatsugiri. It's the only one that's really noticeable. I think it was the droopy one that turns white. I think it was. Whichever one was yellow originally became a white color. Oh dear. I think when Gibble eventually comes around, like, get it shiny, I think what I'm gonna do is knock out everything in the burrows within Zone 8, and then just reset, or save right before they would respawn, and then just keep resetting until the shiny Gibble pops up. Oh dear. Still a bit gassy, sorry. I get the feeling I'm probably still going to try and delay Gibble as much as possible, unless I can get a shiny Garchomp with the 6 Alpha method. Unless I can do that, which I would honestly prefer, because then I wouldn't have to worry about Gibble. But at that point, it's even more rare. So yeah, Gibble has a 10% chance of spawning from burrow spawns exclusively. Honestly, I wish they could have just gotten rid of the Alpha camera and just had a guaranteed Gibble. Because that would have been so much better. Hopefully this change shows up soon. So I would not mind going back to doing the fossils. Because now I actually have a turbo controller, doing the fossils won't be as bad. I think I will have like a counter up. Like, just to count how many... Because obviously 60 fossils, 20 of each. With enough resets, I'm bound to get one eventually. So yeah, I'll probably get the Shiny Dex tracker up again. And hopefully, I assume maybe it's updated for Legends EA? Probably not. I guess it doesn't really matter yet. Okay, another 15 seconds. Okay. Okay, no. There are other places where an Eevee could spawn, but this is the only place that has an Eevee that can be affected by Wild Zone spawned areas. And since it can always spawn within the 50 meters, it is definitely the most effective way to shiny hunt an Eevee. And if I want to go for Dramper, I'll probably use the respawn and reset method. gonna show up. If it doesn't show up, I guess by like 1 hour 40, then I might just break the queue and just do some fossil resets for a little bit. Because I'll probably only go for about 2 hours then I think about it. It's a lot shorter than the previous couple of streams, but I really do need to get a good amount of sleep for tomorrow. Even though I am leaving relatively later, I still need to get up somewhat early. Just so I can get everything done in the morning and then get ready to catch the bus. Okay, 1 minute, and I'll do some checking. Unfortunately, Kangaskhan is also in range, so there's a chance a shiny Kangaskhan could take up the Eevee shiny. So the only shinies I still need to get in this zone, just the Eeveelutions, Drampa, and Clefable. I already have Kangaskhan, Arduino, and Furfrou, just need to get everything else. Oh, it's not. Oh, it's an Alpha Arduino. Ah, boy. Alright. Alright, where is Shiny Hunt? Index Hunt. I should probably download this update now that I think about it. There's the download button. Where's the download button? No. 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 No, seriously, where is this download button? How am I supposed to update it if I don't have the download button? Why is there a pro tier? I just want to know where the option is to download it. Wait, this isn't even the right account. Oh, here it is. Oh, fuck off then. Okay, so apparently it doesn't want me to download it, so... No, there's no point offering me the updated version. Yeah, there's no point in offering the updated version if it's not even going to actually let me download said updated version. Right, new hunt. Oh dear. Amara. Game. Well, Legends EA is not listed on here yet, so for now I'll just put X. After increments of 60. Make this the main one. Grab that. Get Shiny Hunt, move it down here. Maybe up there. No, actually up here is probably better. Properties. Okay. There we go. I still can't believe I've got 3 boxes of extra shinies. 1, 2, 3. Literally 3 boxes of spare shinies, and the majority of them are probably Pidgey or Spinarak. Actually, I'll get my whole party in my team. Or our team in my party. Yeah, no, like that. The laboratory. Right. Right then. So I'll do the increments after all the fossils have been restored, and then, well, either until all the fossils are restored, or if I see a shiny pop up. The power of Turbo. Again, it's a 1% chance for one of the fossils to be alpha. So I guess some could say one of the hardest shinies to get in this game would be a shiny alpha female fossil Pokemon. Since they've only got like a 12% chance to be female, with a 1% chance of being alpha on that, and then the 1 in 1048 chance of being shiny, that's incredibly low odds. But for me, I just want to get a shiny. One shiny Tyrant, one shiny Amora, and one shiny Aerodactyl. So I think I'll probably just keep it going until maybe a shiny fossil shows up. Since I'm only doing 60 at a time, I'm almost definitely probably not going to get it within like the first few hundred encounters. So I think once I get my first shiny, I'll probably sell off. Hopefully I can get Tyrant first, because then I can just sell the rest of my Tyrant fossils. And then I can focus on Amora and Aerodactyl. If I really want to get more fossils, like for a living shiny dex, then I'll just have to buy some more later. I'd probably buy like 30 of each fossil, which would be flippin' expensive. I'd have to do a lot of ZA Royales to get that kind of money. Oh, I just realised we're going into the sale fossils now. So I assume there was nothing with the Tyrant. So obviously, easy way to tell the shinies. Tyrant turns blue, that's pretty obvious. Amora, it might not be easy to tell its white change immediately, so it has green eyes when it's a shiny. And Aerodactyl goes from like a pinkish grey to completely purple. So I think it's the easiest one to tell the difference for a shiny is obviously Tyrant. Imagine how lucky we'd get if I did actually get a Mora straight away. I mean, sure, then I'd have to probably buy more jaw fossils. But it would be nice to get at least something out of this. So yeah, again, the rarest form of an alpha or a shiny we can get from fossil restores, or just rarest form of a fossil Pokemon that is like physically possible in this game. Obviously shiny, and then alpha, and then female, since the male to female ratio is more in favor of males, so like 12.5% for the female. So shiny alpha female fossil is the rarest thing we can get from these restorations. Obviously, I'll never be able to get. I've only gotten one alpha in general. The chance of getting a shiny alpha, nah, not gonna happen. And then having a female one on top of that, that's nearly impossible for me. I couldn't dedicate that much time, even with the turbo. Still have some sail fossils left, okay. I wonder if they'd ever do, like, restoring a batch of fossils, because that would be a really good quality of life thing. Reviving, like, more than one once, because that way, we could speed up fossil shiny hunts. I mean, I get why they wouldn't do it, because that's a really, really quick way of getting a shiny fossil. But imagine if they could do that. Also, we're on to the old ambers now, so Aerodactyl time. Let me just double check what shiny Aerodactyl actually looks like. No, how many times do I have to tell Google I'm not interested in the AI slot? Just some people have already gotten shiny fossils. Yeah, that's what the regular one looks like. Okay, so color-wise they're pretty similar, but the underside of the wings is definitely more noticeable. Okay, yeah, okay. So the wings look more blue on the underside for the shiny, so that's what we're gonna look out for with Aerodactyl. The wings. So if the wings are purple, it's normal. If the wings are more blue, then it's a shiny. Honestly, I probably might just have this running for the next few streams, just until we can get the fossils out of the way. So only do the fossils on stream and just do any other hunts off stream. So obviously all the EVs, as far as I can tell, that's all we really want to do, but I still need to do everything. Oh dear, excuse me. At least I know now what makes the Aerodactyl different with its forms. Yeah, because that shiny one clearly has blue underwings. The regular one has the pink underwings. And apparently with X entries and stuff, apparently Mega Aerodactyl is what Aerodactyl is supposed to look like. It's funny that Aerodactyl is the only fossil Pokemon to get a Mega Evolution. I feel like every single fossil Pokemon, if they're going to get something new, they should all get Megas. So maybe if Archeops got a Mega Evolution, maybe Defeatus would finally disappear? So yeah, I'll do this set of fossils, then I'll probably call it a day. But off stream, I will keep people up to date with my shiny hunts, and I promise I will go for the EVs. I'm gonna try and go for as many other Pokemon as I can, but fossils, I will save them exclusively for stream. Just so I can keep like, oh, that was it. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Tyrant, no. I'll also check for any alphas, because even though I won't be able to keep them, it would... Oh, there's an alpha Tyrant! Even though I can't keep them, it is still going to be cool to see them. Yeah, no shinies. I did get an alpha, though. Alright. Alright, I'm going to call it there for today. Okay, so just to double check with everything, the regular shiny hunts, I will do off stream, but for the fossils, I will limit them to only doing on stream, just to make things a bit more interesting. Plus, I'd rather have those live reactions, because they are some of the most time-consuming shiny hunts in the game. Anyways, this has been BiriboFukuro signing off. Bye-bye.